Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today we're looking at the part of the Celtic cross that deals with the before and after. So it shows you where you've been and shows you where you're going. We've been looking at this energy all week about this Five of Swords, and to me the Five of Swords as a reader always means looking at both sides, right? Depending on which side of the battle you're on, you could be the winner or the loser. So it's about perspective. It's about letting your mind know that there's a different way of thinking of things. And one of those ways includes the Nine of Pentacles, the fruits of your labor coming in, the Elder of Pentacles, so getting the resources, being having a lot of resources available, and again, feeling blessed by it. So I feel that this is what the message is in like a general sense this week, is that you have to look at things on a very different level. You have the Chariot here as in the past, and you have what's coming up in the future. Now, I feel that sometimes this is the card of control. You have the Four of Pentacles, and I feel that the Four of Pentacles is here to remind us that sometimes we hold on too tight to things we think they should look like or feel like or smell like or whatever, and then we hold on too tightly, and it kind of defeats what we're trying to accomplish. It doesn't let things flow. It's trying to restrict the flow. So I really feel that once you let go of things and realize this ideal right here, that all you have to do is just kind of flip it around a little bit, let it go a little bit, that victory will come in. You have the Six of Wands here. So this is coming in for the future. It's like saying, once that control is, you start seeing, oh, I'm trying to control, I'm holding on too tightly, things start to change. The Chariot for the past, or what's been happening, is I feel that you have been creating the movement to get you to this point where you're thinking of going something new, doing something new. You've worked so hard to get here. You've created that momentum. This is just a blip in the middle here to kind of slow you off, to maybe have you change a few habits that needed changing on the way to victory. That's all. Okay, so that in future, as you go forward, you're not going to get stopped by it so much. So I'm going to take, let's see, from the Light Seers Tarot. Oh, both these cards kind of flip one way and then the other, so I'll take them both. You have the Ten of Cups again coming in, which I think is lovely. You have the Lover card. It's harmonizing, and that's what I feel. I feel that's the gap in the middle here. When you harmonize, when you finally harmonize with yourself and what your needs and your wants are, and you understand that it's not so much about control, but about feeling the joy inside of yourself, being content in the moment, finding things that you love, and living that love. Okay, so it's living in that love that is important. You're finally going to understand that it's not all about the mind all the time. Even I have problems with this one because I'm all of the mind, always have been. But I'm getting constant reminders to let that go. I make plans, I get organized, I have lists, I have things that I want to accomplish. But the thing is that that's just a tool. That's just something to help you along. It isn't something to live your life by. In other words, it sucks all the joy, the happiness out of your life. So, yeah, it's just kind of just flipping it around and being of the moment, letting the joy creep in. I have been giving another gift of being able to, I've realized, to play with the chakras, my own anyway, and by movement of hand, right? This thing that I was talking about. It's been 3 days now, and every time I do it, especially near the heart center, I feel like giggling. So I'm feeling that it's a gift. I'm not too sure what to do with it yet, but I am going to explore it. And this giggling, if you ever had like that moment where you feel like laughter bubbling up inside of you and you just can't control it. I've had it happen maybe once in my life. And it's near, and I'm very excited to feel that, because it was such a wonderful feeling. So I'm taking it as a great big gift. Like I said, and I know it's a key to this as well. There's no coincidences. Things happen when they're meant to be happening. And my brain is trying to make sense out of it. And of course, it's not that kind of a gift. It's not a mind gift. It's an energy gift. So I understand this as well. But again, my mind tries to take over the situation. So I think in all of this babbling of mine is trying to explain to you that things like this may start happening to you. You may start having feelings of joy and pure happiness just by being in the moment, doing the thing that you love, and not being able to really justify it or even explain it or make sense of it. And that's okay. That's okay. Because this is a vibration. This is an energetic vibration that you're going into. Okay? It doesn't require control. It requires gratitude, feeling abundant, feeling love, harmonizing with self. So I know this is a message within itself for you, okay? You know me, I have to get around to it to tell you, so. Right. Yeah, it's, again, they're saying like it's burning that stuff out. Okay, and these, I used to think they're cobwebs, but the more I look at them, they're intertwined. They're like chains. They look like chains because they have little rivety things in there. So it's like burning away the chains, or at least seeing the chains of the mind. I love that. And it's asking you to just, you have a pathway out of it, so just take it. Just take it. And it will help you. I don't know. I feel that it helps you get out of the mind into the abundance. Because this is card of air, of mind, communication, of that thing, right? So it gets you out of that mixed up, messed up thing. And just gets you back into where you're supposed to be. I love these cards. These are, yeah. They feel good today. They feel like that energy I'm feeling. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. It is. And this has a double meaning. It's like, it's a cycle changing. But like I said, when I do this, it's a round motion, right? So it's about a long time ago I was told that the vibrations are like circular energy balls that roll, right? And it was explained to me that they roll certain, it was to explain the interaction with other people, that sometimes I didn't feel good around other people. And the way she explained it to me was a mentor of mine. She says that these, your chakras, imagine like a spinning wheel, and they're rotating at a certain speed, right? Your energy is vibrating, I guess is what she meant to say, but I was seeing it as a rotation. And she says it's vibrating at a certain speed, and other people vibrates at different speeds. And sometimes when those two get together, it's like because you're not vibrating at the same speed, that's how you sense that person and go, ooh, no, I can't. So she says it's the same thing for, negative and positive energy and all of that stuff. So I feel that this, again, is your energy shifting into something different, right? Maybe the mind is making your energy shift in one direction, and now the vibration is changing, and they're showing me more like this, like a pulsating rather than a rotation. A very fast pulsation that you can't even see, almost like LEDs. They have pulses that you can hardly see except on camera sometimes. But this is what I'm talking about. Your pulse is changing to something a lot faster, a lot more light, receiving of life, life and light, yeah. And it's spinning. It's spinning at a different velocity now. And things are about to change with this card. Absolutely. It's another 10, right? You have 2 Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, and it's spinning into that blessing, gratitude type energy. Yeah. So don't be surprised if you start feeling this. I wish it for you. Yeah, see, they're saying, like, this is a 9 of Swords. This is, like, of worrying of the mind. All of this is going to get you out of there. It's to get you out of your anxiety-ridden mind. Anxiety-ridden mind is the words that are coming through. That has had its day. It's time for it to stop. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to stop getting stuck in the worries that come in. Every problem, every ache and pain, every little thing. We give so much energy worrying, and it's the word worrying, okay? Yeah. Anxiety-ridden thoughts. It's just, yeah, it's time for that to... this is the brain trying to control the situation, trying to make sense of every single thing. Every single thing. And at points it's seeing problems where there aren't any. So that's the big deal about that. That's the big problem with that as well. The Hanged One and the Empress, right. So again, we have the card of perspective, and I love it in this deck. I've said it before, because it's seeing the Earth from the moon. It's exactly that. We look from Earth to the moon, so it's switching it around. We're on the moon looking at the Earth. It's seeing it from a very different aspect, a very different view. And that view is vibration. It's not mind, it's the heart space. I don't know, it's from a vibrational standpoint rather than a mental standpoint. And this is what is going to bring in creative. Here's that Empress card, been coming out all week, to tell you that that's where your creativity lies. Not getting stuck in the webs or the cobwebs of the mind, which you can see that as well if you want. It's about creating from within, from a different space. A much more productive space, I might add. Okay, so I'm going to take from the Power to Surrender. Look at that. It's all tarot cards on the table. But what beautiful tarot cards they are. I've also ordered the Healing Waters finally. I decided today. Not only that, it's because it's Healing Waters. We're in Pisces season. And, yeah, we need a water deck, right? It's like, it's the right time. It's the right place. It's the right vibration. Let's do it. Oh, look at that. I love this card. It didn't come out, but look. Oh, doesn't that give you like vibes of peace It's the color. It's that light pink. I don't know. It's doing something for me. Surrender to what ifs. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So right, these are battles. Like I feel the mind right now is bringing you in battle mode. And instead you're going, what if, and this is telling you just realize what's in front of you, first of all. Is it the stuff that you're scaring yourself into, or is it just you're afraid of what if? And then instead of it, and it's not what if, it's what is. Surrender to what is right now. Okay? Let yourself be free. Like, look how freeing she is. This is about trying to control and hold on tight. This is about opening wide and going, I'm going to harmonize with whatever comes in. And I really think that's the best you can do right now. It's going to liberate your energy, first of all. Okay, so I'm hearing that, hey, let's do that. Let's do this. There, I feel it for myself. You're going to feel a little bit like if you decide to do this, it's going to be a whoosh feeling. I know it sounds weird, but I know it's a weird word to use here, but it's like a gate opening and the pressure of water coming in. It might fill you up quite quickly and might make you feel a little bit unsteady on your feet. So when you're doing this, when you decide to do this, it's probably be better to do it, well, you know, when you're sitting, first of all, and give yourself the proper time to adapt. Okay, so this was brought in for you. Give yourself the proper time to adapt when this happens. And it's not abnormal to feel a little dizzy. Okay, so like I said, you may be getting your energy upgrade differently than I am. Maybe it's just by sitting there, it's accepting and going, okay. And then it may feel a little bit dizzifying is the word that I use right now. Don't let your brain, drive you nuts about it. Now, if the dizziness doesn't go away, Pisces, please use your common sense, okay? Have it checked. Yeah, surrender to the wisdom of your body. It's kind of saying the same thing, right? Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. It's kind of funny because I was just talking about energies, right? So yeah, there's no coincidences. I always think, what are you babbling about? But it's not me. I should say, what are you guys babbling about? Because every time I talk about something, then the card comes out. So, and always, my mind, this is a great thing to explain to you as a reader. Your mind's going, what are you doing? And the rest of you is going, just be quiet. And I have to say this, right? So this is like saying, like I was talking about the energy, and you can even see it here. It's like your vibration is at a certain level, and sometimes you're going to be around people and their vibration's at a different level, and you're going to either feel drained or repelled by them, or you're going to want to be near them. That's the other part. For my energy, I have a lot of people who want to be near me when they're around me, okay? Because my energy is very calming. It's very soothing, especially if we're together. I take it down a notch. I call the shots. My energy is very strong. I know this. And you probably feel the same way. You've probably been in a room where you've commanded the energy. Because you go in and right away, if you feel people are like, kind of jumping up and down and stuff, you can bring it into and calm them right down. And they'll always say that, I feel so good around you. It feels like your energy is so good around me. And there's a reason for that. But it works the other way as well. where you go in and there's just nothing to do with certain people, and their energy is just so, I call it high strung, that it's discombobulating your own. And there's another great word, just kind of, it throws you off. So listen to your body. The people that you feel like that, they're not helping your situation here, okay? They're high anxiety, and high anxiety will increase yours. So just be careful with that. Yeah. So be careful who you hang around with these days, okay? And I know some of you are going to say, well, it's at work. Well, I know, make distance. Try to get distance, okay? I remember at one point, I asked to be sat somewhere else from somebody because she was so high-strung that she coughed constantly. She had a nervous cough, and she just, and it was, the more she coughed, the worse she got, and it was all due to anxiety. I could tell. She was just so high-strung. But being near her, I was sitting in front of her, and her energy was behind me. It was not good. So I sat further away from her, and it was better, at least 6 to 8 feet. I'd go even 8 to 12 if you can, is a better thing. And you can kind of like protect yourself a lot better. If you can put yourself in a totally different room, that would be great too, because then you don't get to hear them, right? So the child within, the inner mother, innocence, gentleness, tenderness. I'm seeing that again as a lot of Empress energy. And I didn't read this card because this week when it came out, the reason for it being is I knew it was coming back out. And I didn't say it, but I knew it. I said, I'm not going to read this one. But I knew it was coming back out. So I'm going to read this one today. Okay, and we have Release the Petals. Oh, I love this one. And there's, yeah, Release the Petals. And there's Whispers of Mother Earth, Creativity, Ideas, Inspiration, Artist, Writer, Channel. So this is a perfect time for you to kind of explore those. Absolutely, okay? It's perfect time for you to explore because you're going into your energy even more than before. I'm telling you, you're going to feel physical manifestation of your energy, okay? It's not just going to be like, I sense and I sort of feel. It's going to be like, I'm vibrating. You're going to feel a difference, okay? And it's all there. I'm going to say it just the way I feel. I feel like that vibration is going to shake the control out of you. It's going to actually vibrate it away from you to go, okay, you can't control every situation. Let's vibrate you right out of here. And it's going to bring you to victory. Okay, so we're going to, the child within. And it says, this is gentle reassurance and compassion. It's gentle understanding and tenderness. It's reminding you to treat yourself like the innocent child that you are. Take your inner child, let them rest deeply in the soft petals of your heart. Yeah, don't be so worried. Don't try to have that adult part of you trying to, worry or cover that child full of metal. Let it kind of go inside and heal and sleep and rest, okay? We all have a child within us at some point went into exile because they were hurt or because the world didn't feel safe. And this is what I'm feeling here. And no matter how much we've grown, whereas adults are hurt or triggered, it's normal to regress to this age and feel overwhelmed. Overwhelmed, there it is, okay? And controlling, right? The original emotion. And we can't change the past. What we can do is scoop up the child within and place them in the soft petals of rose in our own heart. And if you look at this, you got the Whispers of Mother Earth. Okay, look at the rose and the petal. And that's not the card I'm reading. This is the one I am. But look at the one that came along with it. The rose petals of the heart. Okay, so I feel, I'm going to read this one. And okay, I just saw something. The rose petals of the heart. And here we go. Release the petals. Okay, so I'm going to read this one. And then I think what we're going to be doing with those petals is releasing them so that they can be free. Okay? There's a lot of releasing that control. Wow. Okay. These cards have some kind of really soft energy, but powerful. Okay? Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They can't be reproduced. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is a planet of creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to truly create. I feel this is a Virgo energy coming in as well, talking, okay? So much of humanity has been raised to consume. We're so focused on more, more, more that we've forgotten how to grow sustainably. Our consumption is killing us. Trust the seeds that have been planted within you. Somewhere along the way, we stop seeing ourselves as artists, creatives, poets, singers, yet to be human is to be creative. It doesn't matter what the result may be, just carve out time to express your soul through your creativity. The seeds planted within you will show you the way. They have intelligence within them, and all you need to do is tend them through the daily grounded creative action. Okay? So they say that these seeds have been planted before your birth, with unborn possibilities, yearning to be woven. Okay? And creative solutions waiting to be realized. And I think that you're knowing this. Even myself, I know this. I'm just kind of waiting, seeing what is that? Where does it come from? It feels like a wave coming into shore. I'm not too sure how big or how small it's going to be. Okay? And then it says, songs of the ancient earth humming through you, beckoning to be sung, new consciousness that longs to be written into matter. Surrender to the creations whispering you forth. Okay. Okay, so there you go. We're going to go to the next one. So the releasing the petals. And that's so weird because we're talking about petals here. So let's see. Let's see how connected they are, Pisces. Ooh, hang on to something, because the first sentence just kind of got to me. So, yeah. We're talking about what was before and what's coming up, right? So it says, there comes a point where we can't go back. That sentence in itself just is meant to touch. It's meant to go deep inside of you to, it's like a button that's being pushed, okay? Is what I'm being told. There comes a point where we can't go back. In a seemingly fleeting moment, the road has led us here is suddenly impossible to access. There's a sinking knowing that things will never be the same. And this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that sadness. Because for some of us, I don't know, I feel there's a longing for, what you know. But you know that life will never be like that again. I think for my generation especially, it's something that we feel. Because there's certain things that we felt were better. And going forward, it's very different, okay? There's a sinking knowing that things will never be the same. A death, a birth, a loss, a growth, an ending, a discovery. No matter how hard you try, things are different now. You're different now. The world's different now. What's been seen can't be unseen. There's no going back. Something new beckons you forth. This is change and transformation. Courage is required for the rebirth to happen. And you know what? We have the year of 8, the year of courage. So we have this year, this energy to help us through. Abscission is the shedding of various parts of an organism, such as a plant dropping a leaf, flower, fruit, or seed. The rose hip knows, the phoenix does too, that we need to surrender what was to the earth to one day be transformed anew. we can grasp the petals of the past as the changing wind blows, but eventually we'll discover that change is coming, change is near, change is already here. And while what once was is no longer, and what soon will be is not yet, it's time to release your petals to the wind with wild abandon for the change to begin again. To offer what once was to the wind and let it nourish the seeds within. It's time to surrender so the transformation can happen. Had the rose not released its petal, the rose hip would not have come to be. When we gather the courage to release what was, we're greeted by the fruits of the future. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Wow. This one is like hitting in the heart, feels really, really, really hard. But I think that's what's needed to release here. I think this is part of that letting go. Okay? Some of us have had a hard past, myself included, but in it is familiarity, right? You know what a rose is. You know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. You know what it, you know everything about it. And when it goes away, you say it was so beautiful. What's going to happen now? But there are other seeds. There are other things. Like I said, you can recycle things. And the rose was wonderful, but the thorns weren't great. And the rose hip has no thorn. It can be turned into something different, right? Just utilizing the petals. So just keep yourself in a sense of realizing that nothing truly dies. Trying to control or hold it back isn't going to help anything. The best that you can do is just lean into the transformation and see what else can come from. Now, while rosehip is not a rose, it has its own, it has some great healing abilities and purposes. And it holds the essence of the rose. Okay? So you have the High Priestess with this deck. And I feel, yeah, there's a lot of great energy coming in with this card. I mean, look at this. Look at this, Pisces. Okay? Look at these beautiful curtains. Look at this. It's like, I feel like maybe we've been shielded from what's behind her. She's been blocking what else is out there. The ship is right here waiting to cross over. But I feel that that's where we're at. That's where we're going. That she's ready to open this up for us, to show us, the wizard, behind the curtain. And show us that we truly had the power within ourselves the whole time. And that's a real inner world sort of deal, right? It's ready to move into something new. Going from this card to this card, it's definitely feeling like we're going into something new. Yeah, absolutely. Don't be afraid, sweet ones. Don't be afraid. When you do it in love, there's absolutely no failing. Okay? There's no failing. Because you're enjoying yourself. You're living life. Okay? Don't measure things about, well, is this going to succeed? Is this going to happen? You have the star. The star's coming in. It's like, live on hope. Live on renewed feelings. Live on optimism. Live on feeling boundless in your life. Live in peace. Live in healing. Okay, this is all about healing in this row right here. Take flight. Don't ground yourself before you even take a step. Okay? We do that. we'll start something and then we'll talk ourselves out of everything, going, well, I don't know if that'll catch. I don't think, there's so much. You can be doing something like I do readings, right? How many readers are there on YouTube? What, 1 million now? What does it matter? I'm my own reader. If you're here, it's because you're meant to be here. And if you enjoy these for a day, for a week, for a year, for 5 years, oh, I like 5-year people, that's okay, right? If it helped you in a moment to get clarity, isn't that the whole point? Yeah, it's the whole point. Yes, it's nice. You could do it for a job, but do your passion first. Okay? You can do many things in your day that can end up bringing you money. Okay? You don't have to be doing one. I could go and become a barista somewhere and chit chat with somebody. I could do, coffee house readings. That would be cool too. I could do like a whole different things that would bring me money and bring the flow of it into my home. As long as I'm happy. Success is only measured by how you feel inside. Okay? Yeah, and that'll change over the years. Things will change, right? I love this, okay? Because this is a 7 of Wands, and it's about perseverance, but usually this card is about challenge. Oh, I'm meeting challenges, I'm top of the hill defending myself. But in this card, when I look at it, it's like you have the word love, and I feel that he's stretching in his chest space. He's like opening it up, going, I'm going to open up to love and you can't change my mind. Being strong when it comes to the heart space, right? To live in it. Have you ever truly lived in your heart space, Pisces? Or have you hidden it away in fear that somebody would, hurt and take it away and take it apart? Have you really lived in this heart space or not? Okay? So, I want you, if you haven't lived in a heart space, I want you to actually show me a broken heart in the comment section. And then I want you to show me the color of heart you want, okay? Right beside it. Show me the broken heart and the color of heart you want beside it. I really want to see. All right, so we're going to take Pure Magic here. These are the last cards for today. Here's that one sword. I just love it because right away I saw this one that's pointed and stuck in the ground. And look at what happened. I almost feel like it's been flipped around and now it's acting like it's bringing up, like there's growth on it. This beautiful Virgo energy, there's growth on it. And this says telekinesis, influence, willpower, control, obstacles. I love this. It's saying control. It's at 4, right? And it's 16. That chaotic number 16, the card of the Tower. Also 7, what we've just currently gone through, right? The year of 7. The year of the Chariot. Oh, and I just opened and look. I didn't even have to look for it. So here we go. Do not doubt your path of passion and freedom. We all experience pain from the mistakes of our actions and choices at one point or another, but while sometimes memory serves as a useful caution, at other times there are no rules to follow. You must learn to trust your instincts in order to continue ahead. Do not feel as though some circumstances in your life are immovable and fixed as gravity is to the ground. Perhaps the obstacle is not meant to be moved, but rather you can change your direction. Change the direction and go a new way. You are granted the ability to harness the power of telekinesis, to move your will into victory and bring your visions to life. There is energy arising in the air that whispers great change to come. And now is not the time to hesitate from a fear of failure or success. Release the petals. That's it. I mean, I feel so much emotion with this reading. I feel a lot of emotion with this reading, Pisces. It's just, I have to tell you, I'm fighting like to just have a good cry session here. But it's just about leaving something behind and finally being able to embrace whatever's new coming in. Like, it's just saying, like, I'm sad to see some things go, because it's what I'm used to. But I'm ready to open up and just go to it, okay? So there you go, my beautiful ones. I hope that you've enjoyed this. Sorry for the interruption in the middle. But like I said, I've got a cool cup of coffee coming to me from my son. So I will take it. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Take good care of yourself. And I will be back tomorrow for how others see you, how you see yourself, and how that plays off of each other. And of course, it's going to be through the rose deck that these messages come in, so it should be something to feel. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.